We hope you've enjoyed our coverage so far of this test match leg of the 2019 Trans-Tasman Backyard Cricket Series. Due to some technical issues we've had with our cameras, we will recap the remainder of the match with the limited footage we have remaining. We apologise for the lack of quality remaining in the test match, but we can assure you there are no issues with the limited overs leg of this tournament. So when we last left you, the New Zealand Blackyards were bowled out for 104 in their first innings, trailing WCG Australia by 105 runs and falling just 1 run short of the necessary total required to avoid the follow-on, which despite the searing heat at the WCG, the Aussies had no hesitation in enforcing. So there was drama with the very first ball of the innings, Satch Pryor clipping one off his toe straight to Josh Bolling, but he dropped a sitter there at mid-on and Pryor was given a life early in his innings. But he wouldn't last long. With the very next delivery, White caught his edge with another beauty, Bolling with a sigh of relief as the Kiwis are off to another stinker. But that would bring Sam Fastia to the crease. The man from Taranaki who was on a pair was often racing with a flurry of boundaries, hammering the WCG Australia bowlers to all parts of the WCG in the Kiwis' best moment of the tour to date. Aided by some poor Australian fielding, Fastia would go on to hit 13 fours in a blistering half century, which lifted the Kiwi spirits and had them back on track in this test match as they chipped away at the Aussies' lead. But in the very next over, Matt White came on to bowl his second over of the innings and picked up the big wicket of Fastia for 52. White's second wicket of the innings triggered a mini collapse here for the Kiwis, as Simon McFarlane and Henry Miles both had their castles knocked over to be removed cheaply, and the Kiwis were in trouble once again. That would bring James Calder to the crease, and in a less technical but certainly as effective innings, Calder went on the attack against the Aussie bowlers, and in an innings which also consisted mostly of boundaries, his aggressive knock had the Aussies on the back foot once more, as the Kiwis began to harbour visions of setting the Aussies a target to chase. But Matt White would return with the ball, and despite being hammered through the covers for 4 in his first delivery and having a convincing appeal for a catch turned down by the umpire, he would eventually pick up Calder's wicket, his third of the innings, removing the dangerous Calder for a well-made 38. Tamati Kemp copped a hostile welcome to the crease, but quickly settled into his innings. The OG skipper hit 4 fours and a knock of 16, which once more chipped away at the Aussies' lead and gave the Kiwis renewed vigour in salvaging something from the test match. But when Johnson picked up Kemp's wicket for the second time in the test match, Kiwis quickly fell in a heap. Logan Strange, the first innings hero, was dismissed for a duck, with the final 4 Kiwi wickets falling for just 10 runs as youngster Nathan Hancock ripped through the Kiwi lower order. So the Kiwis would be bowled out for 112 in their second innings, which meant they could only set the Aussies a target of 8 for victory and were resigned to the fact that they would be coughing up the first 6 points of the tournament. Fastia with 52 and Calder with 38 were the standouts for the Kiwis, but it wouldn't be enough to prevent the Kiwis from copping a hiding. And despite losing 3 quick wickets in the run chase, the skipper would come in to hit the winning runs and get his side off and racing. So WCG Australia would prevail in this test match by 7 wickets, teaching the Kiwis a cricketing lesson in the process and making a huge statement in this Trans-Tasman series. Matt White would be named man of the match for his 91 in the first innings, as well as picking up 3 key Kiwi wickets in that second innings, which pegged them back. So it is WCG Australia which take a 6-0 lead into tomorrow's fixtures, but with 23 points on offer tomorrow, there are still plenty of twists and turns to come.